Welcome back to Fold in the Cheese. It's your boy K-Troll on the mic. Today I am joined, as always, by the Woodstock to my Snoopy.
What do you two want? Ah, good grief!
Ethan Gelfand. What is happening, E?
I love those guys, man. I mean, Woodstock, I don't know, because we grew up on Charlie Brown or Peanuts, whatever. We didn't grow up on the comic strip. Like, I grew up on the actual comic cartoon.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like the Great Pumpkin and like the Thanksgiving one. The one I always remember about the Charlie Brown is the Thanksgiving, and they're sitting at the table. They make their own, their Thanksgiving dinner, and they only ate like popcorn and like jelly beans and stuff. I don't know why. I always remember the popcorn, just like how it was drawn, because like it was obviously old school cartoon, so it's not like it was 3D computer generated, very scratch, very simple.
Yeah.
I just always remember that popcorn for dinner, man.
Is that how you started making popcorn every time you drew it then? You just draw the little squiggly lines? That was it?
Yeah. And then, of course, you just get the parents talking. Wah, 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 wah.
That is pretty accurate.
Wah, 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 wah.
What's this? A piece of toast? A pretzel stick? Popcorn? What blockhead cooked all this?
I mean, were you a big Charlie Brown guy?
I like Charlie Brown. I didn't watch a ton. I mean, I watched the specials mostly,
Yes, the specials,
And,
let's be honest. That's what we're talking here.
That's where it's at. I did like Calvin and Hobbes from a reading perspective. I was a big Calvin and Hobbes fan.
True.
But I have a lot of respect for the Snoopy.
The old Snoop.
Snoops.
I don't know if they have this in Nash Vegas, but when we were living in State College, Pennsylvania, there was this one house. And I know like there's always one house that in every neighborhood that for Christmas goes completely balls to the wall, completely decked out, has like the timered lights, it's synced to music and all that. So I remember one year, well, they did it every year. So we would always go and drive by, and you literally would park and just listen on the radio to the music and watch the lights. And people would literally be lined up across the street, like down. And it was crazy. You had to wait your turn. So one year we were watching it, and it was a Snoopy song, and it was cool, like fighting the Red Baron or something like that. But it's a Santa. I can't think of what it actually is, but Santa's hat. Dun, 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 you know that one? Anyway, I did no justice.
That is name that tune in 2 words. Santa's hat. Go.
By the way, that's what my wife does. She doesn't know the name of songs. She doesn't know the name of movies. She doesn't know actors. She's like, you know that movie with the guy with the hair? I'm like,
the guy with the thing in the face?
The Matrix. She's like, yes, that was it. There it is.
You do. I imagine you do get pretty good at deciphering.
I am pretty good. So anyway, yes, I gave you terrible clues, but anyway, it was awesome because then it showed Snoopy like flying throughout the house, and it went onto the trees and stuff like that. I was like,
oh, that's pretty sick.
It was pretty
so awesome. I think we talked about this because I sent you a video one time of the house here that does that, and you're like, oh my god, they did that at State College. There's one in our neighborhood that has a button out front, and when you go, the kids will. I mean, you have to be outside. It's not synced to the radio. You press a button, and they've got like subwoofers and sound system outside, booming music. And then they've got several of those screens that go over your windows that play video on them. And there's a combination of like the Grinch, or there's a Star Wars mix in there for some reason, which is really pretty sick. It hits really hard. And then they'll play Despicable Me was in there as well. So like there's some cool videos.
So you hit a button and there are speakers outside that just like blasts it out.
Yeah. Yeah. So the button, there's a box they've set up. It's like just like plywood, and they just put a button on it, which is just triggered to something in their garage.
To hit play or whatever.
Yeah, that plays the music or whatever.
Like Among Us.
The one good thing about the one in Pennsylvania is that you listen through your car. So outside,
That's because it's
standing
Pennsylvania,
outside-
because it's like negative 20 degrees whenever you go there.
True. But also, like, if you're outside, you don't hear anything. So it's not like it's waking the neighbors or anything like that. So I just imagine, like, some jerk off teenager going at like 3 a.m. going, button time, and just hitting it.
So that's the big question actually around here, which is kind of like, do they turn it off at a certain time? And I think they turn it off at like 11 or something. It's just like done. But in the meantime, every time we go, we're like, God, the neighbors, I wonder how they feel about it. Like, I think it's super cool. And if my neighbor did that, as long as I was like awake in my house, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, it's super cool. People from all over the neighborhood show up. The kids go crazy about it. They also do like one night at one time each year. They'll do like 2 showings or something from like 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock on the day before Halloween or something. They'll do a show, and you show up, and like people will be lined up all around, and you don't have to press the button. In that case, they've got a whole production set up where they've got like people coming out of a casket and like all this stuff. They've set up these animatronics and stuff. They're really cool.
Wow.
So
I mean, this is pretty ridiculous, legit. So rigid. That's what I was kind of combining by accident.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
Yes, it's pretty sick. But there's another one. So the other thing we have is, we live near this agricultural center, which is the ag center, we call it, is where our fair, they do the Williamson County Fair there.
Oh, yeah. I've driven by there.
So you drive by there if you come to our house. We're like less than a mile away. They have one where they set up all kinds of these big like lights, and you drive through that one and you tune your radio in, and the lights, the lights on the things will move with the beat of the music, and it's you drive through that like really slowly. You wind around the parking lot, and people pay, and you drive through that thing. That's always a fun time too. Yeah,
we have something similar. It's not like in a neighborhood or at the ag center, but it's actually the minor league baseball stadium. They deck out the park and the parking lot and all that, and you drive through. It's pretty cool. But same idea.
Those are always a good time.
But we're not talking about Christmas. We're talking about, I guess we're in Halloween, but we're talking about Snoopy and Woodstock. So
the button is a Christmas button, but it has Halloween too. Because I think they do it for Halloween as well, because they're like zombies coming out of caskets and stuff. That's not very Christmassy. So
that's a new age Christmas. That'd be pretty impressive. Okay, fair. Well,
so let's get to the. How about we get to the injury update in the NFL? It was a pretty wild week. We had some unfortunate injuries. Not so hot this week. So Rashad Penny, maybe we thought this was going to happen at some point anyway, but broken fibula, that's one of your shin bones. Not good. He's done for the year.
That's one of your shin bones. Not good. It's not good for that to be broken.
Not good for a part of your leg to be broken. So Kenneth Walker, our old Wake Forest alum, not really because he transferred before he graduated, but a Wake Forest player at least. He is now going to be the main guy in Seattle. He looked good when he got the opportunity. I think everyone drafted him, so it's not going to he's going to be available on waivers. He might be if they let him go already. But there's a lot of hype about him, like preseason. Yeah. So maybe he's out there, but we'll see how he does. I mean,
well, it's kind of funny. Like when the draft happened, people were like, "Oh, the Seahawks took Kenneth Walker." Like they have Chris Carson. This is before Chris Carson retired due to no neck, but they have Chris Carson. They got Rashad Penny. They just re-signed him. It's like, what are they doing here? But hey, 2 down, you're the man up.
You're the man. That's how it works in the NFL, man. That's how it works. Yep. That's why if you do like a best ball league, and I did a best ball draft in the summer, and I drafted like some third string guy that was a rookie for Arizona, and I was like, you never know, man. James Conner gets hurt, it happens, and he's a rookie, so like we don't know if he's going to turn into like a monster, so might as well take a shot, right?
Yeah.
And we might actually get to see him this week because James Conner and Darrell Williams both got dinged up in this game as well. So it turned into the Eno Benjamin show, who was a rookie last year. He played pretty well. I think he'll probably be the guy if they have to miss for a week, but we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
Big news on Russell Wilson. This was so I got to give like major props. I was listening to Matthew Berry talk about this actually, and it was like literally last week. He was like just waiting for the message to come out that Russell Wilson's been playing through some kind of torn pec or something. And I will be damned if it didn't happen. Like right after this last turd of a game. Oh yeah, he's been playing with a partially torn lat in his throwing shoulder. I'm like, okay, bro. I don't even know that I believe it, honestly. I mean, are you trying to take the pressure off of him? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think that's it. It's basically like you've had all these expectations, everything is falling flat. Now we'll give you a small grain. It's like, okay, no, this is why. It still doesn't make up for the coaching. Still doesn't make up for the like other decisions he's made. Like it's just a partial. Oh, he's tough though. He's playing with this.
He's tough. Let's ride. Broncos country. Let's ride.
That's right.
I got to tell you, like I picked up Trevor Lawrence in our Yahoo League, who I was really excited about. He had a turd of a game as well. And so now I'm like really wondering what I should be doing next week. Cause I picked him up because I'm like, I'm going to bench Russell Wilson. I'm just going to do it. Yeah. I would drop him, but as soon as I do that, he'll go off. So I'll just bench him
up
and play Trevor Lawrence. I know you will. I'll play Trevor Lawrence. And then he had a turd. And I was like, oh, great. Now I don't have anybody to play for me, you know?
Yeah.
Sucks.
Oh, Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield. Oh, yeah.
Baker. So they go with PJ Walker now that he's going to be in a boot and he's going to be out for a couple weeks. And we already know that Sam Darnold is not anywhere close to return from the IR.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt Rule got fired.
That whole thing.
Probably good at least. Yeah. So,
I mean,
they don't have a coach.
I was just thinking about it. So he's been there for 3 years now. Think of the quarterback carousel that has been the Panthers. So, you had Cam. They got rid of Cam. They brought in, what was it, Teddy?
Teddy Bridgewater was there for a bit. Yep.
Brought back Cam.
Yep.
He didn't do too hot. Bring in Sammy Darnold. Didn't work. Bring in Baker Mayfield.
Didn't work.
That's five-ish, somewhere in there that he's had in 3 years. Ooh.
If you count Cam twice, that's 5. Yeah.
And PJ Walker thrown in there.
PJ Walker so 5. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, man. They have enough offensive talent. It should be decent. They're just not. So I did hear some interesting strategy that was like teams are probably going to start approaching them about some of their players and trying to trade draft capital just to kind of give the new regime like a fresh start.
Just to poach them and hey, start anew.
So hey, it'd be great for DJ Moore, who's been disappearing all season. It'd be great for him to.
But LaVisca Chenault just got there. He doesn't want to move again.
He'll be the future.
There it is.
T. Higgins gave me a donut. Thank you very much, T. Higgins. Went onto the field with an injured ankle and left the game with an injured ankle. Same one. So what do you know? I guess he should have sat out. That sucked. Dalton Schultz. I think we told you about this, man. This is going to be all season.
Yep.
He got banged up. His knee was hurting him. He left. Like it's not going to be healed all year.
No. So it's one of those things that's going to be so frustrating as fantasy. Like you're not going to be you cannot rely on him because you don't know when he's going to be healthy, when he's going to be actually able to produce. So that sucks.
It does suck. Tyreek Hill was in a walking boot after getting stepped on during this game. I think he's fine. I think he just wanted to say like, yeah, I was injured. That's why I didn't want to go back on the game. Yeah, instead he didn't want that third string quarterback throwing to him. Like, whatever. That's not good. Damian Harris left with a hamstring. I was expecting a huge game out of him, and it came for Ramondre
Stevenson.
Yeah, kind of sucked for me, but it was Patriots looked pretty good. But yeah, so no update on him yet. I think it didn't sound too serious. Hopefully it's not, but they do have a good backup if it does. Chris Olave, this was kind of scary. He got knocked out with a concussion on a touchdown catch. He caught the ball. He got the touchdown.
To hold on to it. That was impressive.
But I think we're going to see this more now. I really think when you get a concussion now,
it's going to be with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah, the rule change is not going to be like you have to sit out for a week, but I got a feeling you're going to see a lot more people sitting out for at least a week when this happens. Just be cautious, which is good. Same thing with Pat Freiermuth. Same exact thing.
It's my tight end, man. It's my guy.
I know. You're a guy.
My guy.
Same thing with Naheem Hines. Yeah.
Cheering up here.
Cheering up for Pat Freiermuth. Patty F. Naheem Hines, same thing. This was scary too. I mean, he got knocked out, tried to get up and got wobbly and started falling over. I mean, it was bad.
Good. No, that's because his back was.
Oh yeah, he had a pulled muscle in his back. That's
pulled muscle in his back.
He came back in the game. He was totally fine.
He was fine.
No, I think they know better at this point. Hopefully, Jonathan Taylor comes back next week. We will see. Deion Jackson, I got to tell you, the little Dookie actually looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, he looked pretty good. And then Isaiah McKenzie missed because of a concussion from last week. I told you Khalil Shakir was going to be the next guy up because James Crowder broke his leg or whatever, broke his ankle. Jeez. So Shakir had 3 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. Not bad. Not bad. They want to mix him in.
it helps when you destroy the Steelers 38-3.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Gabe Davis, 1 catch, 98 yards, touchdown. Like, okay, we're good.
First catch. Yeah. First catch. So I think this is one of those situations where like he will be a depth play. Shakir will be like a depth play right now. If McKenzie misses again, I would be fine flexing him. If he doesn't, I would stash him and just hang on and wait for the next injury because these guys are all three kind of injury prone. They've kind of been banged up in their careers. So I would hang on to him. They like him a lot. They're going to get him more involved.
Fair.
Why don't you run us through some notable performances from this week?
Let's kind of jog through some because there are some big ones and obviously some donuts. But obviously, as we just talked about, the Bills were just on fire against the Steelers. I mean, that was just complete runaway. So Josh Allen, 424 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, that's just ridiculous. What can you do against that?
I love they left Kenny Pickett to stay in the whole game. They're like, you can play against the backups. That's fine. Just keep getting reps. Keep getting reps.
Just get in there.
Just keep getting in there. He eventually turned out like a decent day. He was like 275 yards or something.
Little hands. Just
it's those tiny hands. You just can't compete against first stringers.
No. And then for the Saints, this guy just refuses to go away. It's Taysom Hill. That guy is he going to be a quarterback, tight end, running back? So this time he was running back. Sorry for you and Alvin Kamara, but 9 for 112 and 3 rushing touchdowns.
Oh, God. And Kamara had a big day too.
So it's not like 100 yards. It's
not like he wasn't doing anything. It's just Taysom Hill just went nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, one of these was a long touchdown, like a 60-yarder. He did throw a touchdown too. So he was playing quarterback. It was all Wildcat.
He's Swiss Army knife, man. Just get him in anywhere and he'll make a play. That's why.
Except he doesn't catch any balls. Except he's not a tight end at all. At all. It's just so annoying.
And then our boy Ricky, Geno Smith, man, is he a legit start? I mean, 268 and 3 touchdowns.
That's 3 strong weeks in a row, man. It really is. He's better than Russell Wilson.
After I dropped him.
That's true. You were supposed to keep him and start him. And actually, you'd be doing pretty well.
That was not part of the deal. It was just on the team.
Should have been.
On the team.
Stupid deal. Bad deal.
And then wide receiver wise, just because of Geno, you had Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. This is kind of the first time they both hit and had big games. And it's good to see because obviously we've always talked about Tyler Lockett just always being on that roller coaster. And that was with Russ. So it's going to be interesting to see from here on out if Geno continues his strong play, if Tyler can kind of stick with it. Obviously, we've been waiting for Metcalf to kind of blow up. He's been fine. He just hasn't had those big ones.
Dude, he's had some big games. I think he's not getting a lot of attention, just like he wasn't preseason. But go look at his stat lines. He's had a couple of 9 for 140, big games. He hasn't gotten as many touchdowns this year as maybe in previous years, but he's getting his numbers. They both are really. It's kind of crazy. It really begs the question. I think we were trying to comp Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy to DK and Tyler Lockett, and the question is are they just not as good as either of those guys, yet? And I mean, Geno Smith I don't think anyone's going to argue he's a better quarterback than Russell Wilson at his peak health and prime and all that, but he certainly is this year. And
want to know against him.
Want to know against him, and a better
right back.
Yeah, better stats for sure. How about your boy Jacoby Myers though? I think when he's at full health, he's their guy. He's the Patriots receiver you want. Yeah.
He's one of those just grind it out, just not a big name, but he'll do everything right and just, he can show what he can do. He just sucks that he's been kind of hampered this year, but he's healthy and he showed exactly what he can do. And that was with Bailey Zappi. And man, I know we'll probably talk about this, but the Lions just complete disappointment. I'm off their train. It's just sad. That was bad.
We should talk about it now because we don't have it scheduled anywhere else. What do you chalk this up to? Is it just? I mean, they're not healthy, right? So DeAndre's not playing, and Amon-Ra is limping out there. But
but they weren't to get a goose egg. To get shut out, you're the top scoring offense, and I know they didn't have DeAndre, but they haven't had DeAndre for a couple weeks, and they've still been doing what they've been doing. Yeah. And yes, Amon-Ra's been hampered, but I don't know. I don't know if it's play calling, if it's coaching, because I'll give them a shred of credit just because the Patriots are good schemers. They are not they're not the best talent, but they are good schemers. And if you're not at the top of your game on the other side, it's going to get to you. And clearly that's what the Patriots were able to do. They were able to capitalize on their scheme and how to play it, as opposed to the Lions, which can't overcome something like that yet. And it's just very disappointing to see that because Obviously, they've been putting up the offensive numbers, so you kind of hope, okay, now they're going to finally break through, maybe play a little defense, and they can win these games, especially if they're shooting out like this. But at some point, it's got to fall into Dan Campbell. I think everyone's kind of realizing, okay, he's not a great coach. He's a good rah-rah guy. He's a great motivator. He's saying all the right things, but it's not showing.
That's exactly it. This is where they need someone like, it's going to sound crazy, but someone like Mike Martz or somebody random like that who probably never played football in his life, but is like a brilliant, X's and O's kind of coach. Yeah. So when you get guys like Dan Campbell, who I think are awesome head coaches,
right?
Because they're motivators, because they have credibility, they get you fired up, which is part of the job. But you've got to complement that person with someone who really knows the NFL specifically, And I think back to when Vrabel came to Tennessee and he got Dean Pease, who was the old Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator that built all those defenses that were so good. Vrabel's like, 40 years old. He's a young head coach and he's an ex-player. He doesn't have a lot of coaching experience specifically. So he then complements himself with like a 70-year-old Dean Pease who's seen it for years and knows the X's and O's really well. And it worked. But what Campbell's done is only hired ex-players, and they're all like ex-players from when he played. So they're like the same. They're all like 40, every one of them, which is cool. And it's good energy, but you've got to have somebody in there who's got like the X's and O's. Yeah.
When I was in college basketball, it was a great kind of diversity of the staff in the sense that you'd have like someone who's really good at recruiting, and like that was their main focus. And then you had your X's and O's guy, and then you had your game time decisions, like your quick hitters and stuff. And so it's kind of like you would defer to them. And that's when, like in this situation, all right, hey, what are we doing in this? We got 5 seconds. So that kind of idea. You can't just have all recruiters. You can't just have all hype people. You can't and so I don't know. Clearly, this is what it sounds like he's doing. He's hiring all the same kinds of coaches that don't have this experience, that don't have the tactical capabilities. So you got to get those X's and O's guys. You can't just get the fire emotional guys all the time.
Yeah. And I think the players, even good players who were like team captain, coach on the field kind of players, even those guys, they don't prepare as much as a coach does as far as like film and studying the trends and the break. Like they prepare like on the field. A lot of it is like just instinct. And a lot of it is, okay, when I see this, I should do this, but they don't always think like I should do this because 73% of the time they're going to do this. And when they do that, I'll be here. And if they don't, it's okay. Cause I got this guy coming in the back. Like I don't think they see the field the same way necessarily.
True.
So it's tough. I agree. It sucks though. I love the rah-rah. I love that. Love to see it. I would love to see more guys successful, but you got to diversify your staff. True. Do you like Saban and just bring in like every old head coach as like an assistant, some kind of like offensive specialist?
Come on over.
Yeah. Get those people. Bring in the Bill O'Briens of the world. Steve Sarkisian. Okay. Hollywood Brown, top 5 receiver, man. He's been blowing it up. We talked about this preseason. Like, I think everyone kind of knew this would happen while DeAndre was gone. What's going to happen when DeAndre comes back? That's the big question. What do you think?
It's going to be soon, man. I mean, I've got DeAndre, so I'm hoping that DeAndre becomes the guy. But honestly, he hasn't really hit that much with Kyler yet. Last year was a disappointer, but he was kind of hurt in and out of the lineup. I mean, he had a decent first year with Kyler, but it's not the same kind of explosiveness that he had in Houston. So it is going to be interesting now that Hollywood is establishing himself as the guy. What is going to happen with DeAndre? So I don't know. It's going to take a few games to figure that out. You'd like to see it be a two-headed monster like Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle or Adam Thielen, Thielen and Jefferson or Diggs and Davis. I mean, you hope, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a weird dynamic, and I honestly don't know.
It has proven pretty difficult for teams to consistently have 2 stars, right? I mean, you've seen it with Chase and Higgins. They've done it probably the most consistently, I think. But then you see like DK and Lockett where DK is consistent, but Lockett's not, right. Or you see even Diggs and Davis. Diggs is consistent. Davis is not, like even when they have 2 guys that are the right caliber, it's tough to really keep them both fully involved. I'm really curious to see it too. I think DeAndre is going to come out mad and on fire and just like,
I hope so, man.
Take on the world. I think he is. Now, I don't know if Kyler can support that enough, but I think he can. I think he knows get DeAndre the ball and let him prove himself. He wants to prove something here. But
the good thing is they're going to be throwing the ball a lot since they've been behind a lot. So,
all right. They suck. They do suck. Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Let's move on to the running backs. Tell us about some of those performances.
Austin Eckler has finally showed up. I mean, ungodly what he did. How many 3 overall touchdowns? I mean, 200 plus yards. combined and passing and receiving and rushing.
Yeah.
All right, this guy's here to stay, especially when Herbert's, he's still getting healthy. So they're relying on Eckler to really push him through. Keenan Allen's still out. So Eckler's like, just give me the ball. Like, get it in my hands at some point. I will make a play. And he's doing that. So it's good to see that. Eckler
like
owners
that.
are happy.
I had I think if you remember, I had a preseason Eckler, like, plus, I want to say it was like 800 rushing yards or more or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, I've been really sweating that because he's been getting like 40 yards a game. I'm like, bro, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. This is a big one. This is like 170 or something crazy. He made up for all the other ones.
Kind of on the same lines. Your boy Dalvin Cook, Leonard Fournette. Kind of these are the guys we expected to be doing this all year. They haven't yet, and now they're doing it. So Fournette, I think, was very encouraging. He was literally doing everything as well, catching and running the ball. Dalvin got you a couple touchdowns, which again was good to see. It's just once again how we talked about with like CeeDee Lamb in Dallas. It's getting it to your guy. It's kind of like here. Get the ball to your playmakers. Get them to your people, and they show you what they can do. So Eckler's obviously benefiting from that. Fournette is, and Dalvin. I mean,
D-Hen, Derrick Henry getting 2 touchdowns as well.
It's not that hard of a formula. You get the ball to your best players.
Yeah, find a way.
Yeah.
Breece Hall. I feel like we've mentioned him a bunch, and he's shown flashes, but like this was pretty dominant. I mean,
he probably his coming out party legit, that he's RB1. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he looked insane. And like Michael Carter got to vulture 2 like 1-yard touchdowns because he was like tackled at the 1 or something. Like Breece Hall had like a 79-yard reception that took him down to like the 10-yard line. They had to take him out because he just ran 80 yards.
He's like, I'm tired.
Yeah, like he got vultured a couple times, but he still scored. He had 100 receiving yards. He had a big rushing game as well.
Yeah,
this dude looks freaking legit. He looks legit. I mean, for real. So. Might be a good target.
It is the Breece Hall show now, so
it's
just a matter of time. But I mean, as we talked about, it wasn't, but now it is. So if you have him, good on you.
Good on you. Tevin Coleman was involved in San Francisco, so Jeff Wilson still got his, but Tevin Coleman actually got like double-digit touches in this, and he came like elevated from like practice squad. Like he was not even in the mix at all. They had these 2 rookies that I guess they just don't have any faith in. They bring Tevin Coleman in, who knows the system. He's been there for years, a few years now. He hasn't really played much because he's been injured, but he looked pretty good. And I don't know. I will say that like I heard Adam Schefter talking about him a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. He was like, I just picked up Tevin Coleman, and they have the 16-team league they always talk about. So like that's a different story. Kind of players you have to pick up. But he was like, no, I'm hearing that they're actually going to get him involved. I don't think Wilson's got anything to worry about, but I think at least there's someone else they can split the load with, which is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep him fresh. Yeah.
And then of course we talked about Ramondre. He was a stud. Total stud without.
We knew someone was going to be a stud against the Lions. So
start your running backs against the Lions. Just take that away. Yep. And my boy Raheem Mostert, he is the man in Miami. He's the man. Guy. He had a big week, man. As long as he's healthy, he is a damn good running back.
He gonna get hurt. He
will eventually. What
do you think? We jump over to our Do It Bet Board update.
Okay, let's do it. Do it. All right. Yeah, our quarterbacks were garbage this week.
After this week, I'll stop doing the refresher, but Do It Bet Board. We have 3 position players that were each following the season. Again, they're not necessarily like the top 5 or top 2 or whatever, but these are guys who we had discrepancies when we were doing our preseason rankings. So we did a quarterback, running back, wide receiver. So without further ado, let's pull it up.
Boom, look at that thing.
So look at quarterbacks. Kevin with the guy he just picked up, Trevor Lawrence. I'm going with my starting quarterback. Yes, I am currently starting Jared Goff. So
Trevor Lawrence is going to be my starter next week. Just
so these are this is pretty ridiculous. So our current starters this week were both terrible. So Trevor Lawrence got 11 points for you. Man, Goff and
inching my way back.
It got me 6 points. So if you look at the season totals, Jared Goff is just under 120, and Trevor Lawrence is 92. So that's 2 games, probably it. That's it.
I mean, it's a couple. That's one huge golf game is what that is. It's all the difference,
So I mean, they're right there. That's going to be close. It's going to be a good one. All right, so you had AJ Dillon. I got Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is on a tear, man. Watch out. Man,
I don't think even you, who were definitely higher on him than I was, you didn't expect this, did you?
I did not expect this high, no, but I'm liking it.
I'd say so. I'd say so.
Josh Jacobs got 31 after a 35-point performance, and man, AJ. After week 1, man, he hasn't done anything. He's got 3.4 points. So you're down 52 points.
My thing on AJ, and I will tell you this, and maybe this is just total compensation. When it gets colder is when he does his damage. It's kind of like Derrick Henry, where it's like second half
Big
of the
bruiser,
season.
man.
You don't want to hit this guy, especially when it's freaking -10 in Green Bay.
That's true.
Now Aaron Jones has looked pretty good. He hasn't been as high as I expected him, but he's been good. And AJ just hasn't. I mean, he's just been fine. He's performing well. He's just not getting as many like receptions specifically as I thought he might this year.
Right.
But
True.
I don't know. I'm not ready to throw in the towel on this one, but I'm discouraged. I'm
Not
discouraged for sure. This is a runaway currently.
Speaking of not a runaway, let's look at our wide receivers. So I love
they both got donuts.
T. Higgins got you a donut this week, and basically Allen Robinson did for me as well. Once again, Allen Robinson got 4 points. This is just sad.
Allen Robinson is straight trash. Straight trash.
So T. Higgins has a total of 64.5 for the season, and Allen Robinson has a full healthy slate of 28.7. I'm almost ready to throw in that towel, but
it's not good, man.
It is not good. So anyway, that is the Do It Bet Board update. Kemper, we actually forgot to make a Do It Bet of the week last week. So on Thursday, we got to do better. We got to remember. All right.
We will remember. Got to give the people what they want. People love the Do It updates.
They do love the Do It update.
Okay. Let's give them a couple of waiver names real quick, and then we'll hit our Yahoo League. What do you say?
All right.
I think the biggest name, obviously, is Kenneth Walker, right? If he's available, you got to go get him. He's rest of the season. He's the guy. Who his backup will be, yet to be determined. Probably DJ Dallas. Probably him currently. But I imagine they'll sign someone too. There's a bunch of randos.
They did. They just signed someone off the Saints practice squad. Tony Jones
Jr. Yeah.
The Saints are not protecting any running backs on the practice squad.
No.
Have at them.
He was like, we got Taysom Hill. It's fine. We're good.
I will tell you, the Saints drafted a kid out of Baylor that I really like, Abram Smith, who I think is a baller. And I would love to see him get some play because I watched him at Baylor. I thought he was really good. Would love to see that. But maybe that's what they're thinking. They're like, don't worry about it. We've got Abram Smith hanging out here.
We're good. We don't need him.
We're good. Tony Jones Jr., that was Kamara's backup last year.
There we go.
I don't know. We'll see. A lot of juniors in Seattle currently. Walker's the third, I guess, isn't he? I think Alec Pierce, we talked about him briefly as well from that Thursday night game.
Yep, the Colts, man.
I think he's legit. Like rest of the season, it's not going to be as consistent as you want it to be because in part he's a rookie, but I think he's a PPR guy. I think he's going to get plenty of looks, and they're going to have to throw the ball to keep in these games. That their offense is just not the juggernaut we thought they would be.
Right.
But he catches everything, man. He caught everything that Matt Ryan was throwing his way. So, and Pittman's going to get all the coverage, so he's going to be open.
Don't tell me about that.
Khalil Shakir, I mentioned him as well. I think he's worth a stash, man. I think he's worth a stash. And if McKenzie doesn't play, he's a flex option. And if Gabe Davis doesn't play, he's a flex option. And just kind of getting in his time. You know, he's getting his reps.
Fair.
Geno, somebody if you need a quarterback.
Bailey Zappi
was fine. Kenny Pickett. Again, I think Kenny Pickett's got like 4 tough games to start. And then after that, I would actually be pretty interested in him like second half of the season. And then there was this rookie tight end in Tampa, Cade Otton. We didn't talk about him, but so Cameron Brate was out this game, but Cade Otton stepped in and did well. I mean, he caught 6 or 7 targets from Brady. Kind of interesting. They don't have it. I mean, even when Brate's healthy, he's not doing much. Maybe this is something. I don't know. I wouldn't like waiver claim him unless you're in a super deep league, but name to keep on the radar.
I need him. I need a tight end now with Patty.
You got Patty out. Yeah, that was what's his name? Zach Gentry. Is that his name?
Yeah.
There was Zach Gentry stepped in when Freiermuth was out, and he caught 5 for 43 on 6 targets. So same kind of volume that Freiermuth was getting. If you're without Freiermuth, you could look at Cade Otton or Zach Gentry this week potentially. If you don't have better options, go ahead and write that down.
What?
Write that down.
Write that down. All right. So what do you think? Should we jump into our Yahoo League?
I suppose.
I mean, gross. I'll start with mine just because this was the saddest matchup. I was playing your brother, and it was disgusting. So the final score was 83.5 to 81.5. And
oh my gosh,
so bad. We had 2 of the 3 lowest scores of the week, and I ended up getting a win out of it, which was spectacular. So I'll just give a quick story. So, okay, first of all, I had duds from Goff, Allen Robinson, Drake London, and obviously Freiermuth. Pittman didn't really do much. My 2 saving graces were Saquon. He's just been still doing well. Got me just about 20. And Dameon Pierce, man, 20 again. So been happy with those guys. But then everyone else was just terrible. Even my bench, the best person on my bench was Matt Stafford, who had 13 points. So yikes. Let's just say I made all the right coaching moves. I did that.
Yes.
So going into Monday night, he still had Derek Carr, and I was up by, I want to say 23 points. And I was like, that's not great. And then in my other league, which is my neighborhood league, I had Devontae Adams, and I was down by 36 points. I also had the Raiders kicker. So I was like, man, I can't have them both ways. Like, I'm either going to lose because Derek
You're
Carr
lose one of them. Yeah.
I'm going to lose one because
Derek Carr goes off to get Devontae
Adams.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one to choose. Like, I was like, I'll just let the game play out and see what happens. So I was watching the game, first Devontae Adams catch, 158 yards touchdown. I'm like, okay, well, guess it's leaning towards my neighborhood league and Derek Carr is going to go off. So anyway, I shut it off at halftime. I was like, I can't, it's just giving me too much stress. I wake up this morning. Derek Carr got 22 points when I was up by 24. So I ended up beating Creighton by 2. Devontae Adams and the Raiders kicker combined got me 38 points, so I could win by 2 points in the other league. It was the best of both worlds, the best that could have happened to me.
Unbelievable. That never happens for me. I'm just gonna complain about that for a second. Does not happen for me.
Yeah.
In fact, I needed Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller to get less than 10 points combined. Darren Waller got injured and didn't get any, and I was like, "Oh, this could happen." Then Josh Jacobs ran for 1 billion yards and 6 touchdowns, and
1 billion.
Yeah, I lost by 20. I didn't have a great week. Russell Wilson killed me, and he has been killing me. So, got to get that figured out. I got to get my team healthy. Got to get out of the bye weeks. Running backs look great, but I mean, got to get healthy and got to get out of the bye weeks too. So I don't know. I'm hitting the panic button big time right now. I've got to get some wins because I didn't change the setting when we added 2 teams, so we still only have 6 teams in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
and so I've got to get in that top 6. I think if I can get in the top 6, I've got a very dangerous team. But I have a feeling it's gonna be one of those years where I'm in the playoffs in the consolation and just murdering everybody, and just being like,
that consolation,
scoring more than the champions are scoring, and just being like, if only.
All right, so yes, that's the update of the Yahoo League. I'm sitting in 9th at 2-3, and Kemper's 1 spot behind me at 1-4. I mean, there's still tons of room to move up, still tons of time. It's just we're off to a sluggish start.
Not our best start. Best start.
It happens. All right, Cam. So what do you think? I think we should shake up Tuesdays a little bit, go a little light, and do a different kind of segment / format. So what do you think we play a little game? We'll be playing online. People can watch, and we're going to choose a topic. And as soon as the game is over, we're done. The topic's over. It doesn't matter if we're like midway through it, if we're full, you're just done.
What if this takes like 4 minutes and we're like, all right, well, that was fun.
Well, guess we'll have to choose a new game next time.
That'll be it. That'll be it. Yeah, I'm here for it, man. Let's do it.
Right.
Let's mix things up, lighten the mood a little bit.
Okay. All right, Ken. Yes. So what do you think? This is our new segment. We're going to play a game. So we're going to be gentlemanly about this. So we're going to talk about something, but we're playing some golf. So I'll let you take the first shot.
You going to let me shoot first?
I'm going to let you shoot first.
Might be a mistake. Dude, this hole looks insane, by the way. I don't know if you can move your thing around and see it, but this is like the clown mouth chopping down windmills, all kinds of stuff here.
Okay. Oh, wait, let's get it so we can see everybody, so they can see. There we go. All right. So you get your first shot, gentlemanly. Go ahead.
I'm just going to blast one up here. Oh, save me. Okay, that's all right. That thing saved me.
All right. I'm going to go see if I can go around this. All right. So Kemper, what are we trying to talk about today? We want to talk about.
How about I want to hear your thoughts on cereal. I had this discussion with my kids recently about throwback cereals. It's getting to be Halloween time, so the Frankenberry and Boo Berry are available at the store, which I was very excited about. Always very excited about. Oh man, you jumped over a wall?
I jumped over the wall.
You jerk! How'd you do that?
I don't know. I was trying to go up the ramp.
That's a big time move. That's a big time move right there. I'm trying to cut through now. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see you coming.
I'm coming. That was not bad, actually. That turned out pretty well.
That was pretty good. I'm just going to tap it in.
You jerk. Now I got to hurry because I think it'll cut me off.
All right. So going back to cereal. Oh, yeah. You only got 8 seconds.
Oh! Rimmed it
6,
out. Hurry up.
5, 4, 3,
Can you make it? It's
And
in.
then
Dude, I got smoked though. What was that, 3 for you? Golly.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Anyway, go back to cereal.
jump the wall. All right, so I go first because I won the hole. So how about that?
So, yes, that's the system. That's the golf system. I do get to watch your shot.
Let's
Though.
see if I can ride the wall.
Are you a drink the milk with your cereal, or
Crap.
are you a? And does that determine your decision on cereal?
Did you say if I like milk in my cereal?
Do you drink the milk? Is that part of your
afterwards?
drinking process,
Well,
part of your eating process?
I feel like it depends on the cereal. Oh, I don't know what to do here.
Dude, you got that's not your finest moment. Oh, why don't you hit me and while you're back there? Holla.
Get right in
Holla.
front. Get right in front. So yes, it definitely does depend on the cereal because if it's obviously like a sugary one, the milk's going to be spectacular afterwards.
Yeah.
So you take it. But as I'm getting older, I feel like I have to be more responsible in my cereal eating. So, like I have like Raisin Bran.
Dude, Raisin Bran's legit. I like Raisin Bran. I'm good.
Your first shot, by the way, since you won that hole.
I'm going. Oh, this one's got a jump on it.
Yeah, what the heck does that?
If you hit those little red circles, they jump. And I just took the worst. I have the worst lie you could have here.
Bounce over. Oh dear.
You're gonna go off the end.
Oh no. Is that good or bad?
No, it's better than going off the end. I know that.
Why didn't you hit the little circle thingy?
What am I gonna jump to nothing? Dude, I'm not doing well here. So
oh no.
Uh-oh.
So are you drinking the milk?
I just flew off the edge. I used to always drink the milk because I like milk, but I have more recently been more selective, same as you. So, and I'm coming all the way back to the start. It looks like.
Is it your shot or my shot?
I don't know. I'm just shooting. I'm so far behind at this point. I'm just shooting.
All right.
Oh, jump! Oh, look at me jump! Look at me go! Oh no, I'm really in trouble. So I will drink I will choose Cinnamon Toast Crunch, for instance, because I want to drink the milk. You know what I mean? That's so clearly the best. Oh, we are stuck in here. Look at us go. That's so clearly the best milk. Whoa, that went a lot further than I wanted it to, and I'm stuck in another one.
Oh! I just shot.
Doop. Look at me.
Come back.
Oh no! This game is hard as hell, man. This is a stupid game too.
Oh, get over the.
Here we go. Coming down. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you got like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that is the pinnacle of drinking the milk afterwards. But want to know what's weird about me as a kid, though? I jumped over the hole.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Look, I got there in 10. You
got
got a 10?
Yeah.
Did you get 10? Oh, yes.
As a kid, I actually did not like milk in my cereal.
You just ate it dry all the time?
I ate it dry all the time.
You would be. You're a dry cereal eater. That sounds like you.
Get over the hill.
We did the same shot, and I'm in the water, and you're back at the start.
I'm back at the start.
I want to go as hard as I can, straight up.
Ride the wall.
Rocket shot.
Yes.
Still didn't, and I'm back in the water.
I'm back in the water. Yeah.
Are you hitting off the wall or no? Are you going off the wall here?
Oh, you could. I don't know. I'm just gonna go over this little jump here. Oh, I didn't go over the jump.
I still can't get past this big hoop.
There we go. Got over the jump. So yeah, I was weird as a kid though, because I didn't like milk. I didn't like cheese. The only thing I would have cheese in is like pizza. So, you only got 10 seconds. Good luck there, homie. You got over.
Hole in one. Hole in one. Get in there. Get in the hole.
Oh, dang.
Get in the hole.
2.
Hurry, stop. Oh, I got it.
You got it off in time.
I got it off in time for a 6.
Wow. What's that? Oh,
how do we even get over there? How do we even get over there? Oh, I see what's up here. Yeah, it's gonna be nearly impossible. Not even close. Not even remotely close. Here we go. Get us that boost. Give me that boost. Look at us both over there.
Stop copying me. Oh no.
This game is wild, yo. This game is wild. I'm about to go over the bridge.
Oh, I didn't see the sand. Crap.
Did you get in the bunker?
Yeah.
Sucker.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Easy there, Chief.
I
got a
just
4.
blasted through there. Oh.
Oh, that dagger.
That was dumb. Hole in 6. So
Long story short, I'm mostly a sugary cereal guy. However, I've always liked basic Cheerios and Rice Krispies randomly.
I did
So,
that too.
I can get down with those as well. Oh, I'm jumping.
Go.
I'm jumping ramp.
Oh.
You know it. You know I made it. Oh no! Oh, what? Did you just see what happened to my ball?
I did.
Oh my god. That is so lame. That was so awful. That was awful. I'm about to get you though. You better hurry up because I'm about to go in. Boop.
I'm here.
I got over, and then it hit a jump and bounced me into the water. Jerk.
So what'd you get it in?
3.
Ugh.
Ugh. Are we tied at 31 here? You got 32.
I've got 32.
This is just a jump at. There's probably a freaking jump at the bottom. Go ahead, let me see. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. I mean, that could come back down.
Get back in there.
Boom. Hole in 2. I just want your time to run out.
It's not gonna run out. Sorry about your luck.
So what are your rules with your kids and sugary cereal? Are they allowed to have it? Do you try and limit it?
No, not really.
No, you're just all for it.
Yeah, we're all for it. It's cereal, man. It's part of being a kid.
It's part of being a kid.
That's part of it. It's part of the whole deal, you know.
Okay, that's fair. So Addison is a big cereal eater, like in the mornings. Like that's what she'll have every morning for breakfast. Whereas Brady, he's not. He's not a big cereal guy.
Mine don't eat it a ton, I will say. They're not real big on it. You just shot a rocket over there. Mine aren't real big on it. They Nora does more than Miles at this point. He's actually kind of like more of a Cheerios guy. And
just
she's
like
the one
plain Cheerios.
Yeah, she's the one who's like, give me that Frankenberry, you know, which I'm like, yeah, I respect that.
I got to go for it since I'm down by 2 here.
Yeah, this is
jump.
This is nearly impossible.
Oh god. I'm
gonna do like a medium jump. Go, not quite enough. We have to keep jumping. Keep jumping. Don't be lame.
Go. Oh, so close.
Oh, I hit the flag. I almost went right in. But I'm safe.
Jump.
I'm gonna let you keep jumping. Oh, there you go. Stay on.
Stay there.
Nice.
Yeah, but I got 2 water shots. Hole in 4.
Uh-oh. I just missed.
Uh-oh. You got some time.
Nice and easy. Get there. That's a 4 as well, though.
Yeah, but I think that's the last hole. That's
9. Other do 9 holes. Look at me. Winner. Let's go. So to summarize for our fans, give me the sugary cereal if I'm drinking the milk afterwards. Give me Cheerios or Rice Krispies if I want. I love when Rice Krispies start crackling in there.
But then they get so soggy so fast.
They do get a little soggy, but I like to get after that.
So old man Brady and I actually do like Crispix cereal, and he'll eat that dry. So Crispix is actually
Crispix. It's crunchy. It's good. That's good.
Okay, last thing about the cereal, and then we'll have to wrap it up. I use that as a late night snack. Like I'll have that dry. I will not have milk with it as a late night snack because I just want something like crunchy and munch and has a good taste. That's what I go for.
That's fair. And I will say, like, we'll get on these special K red berries kicks every now and then too.
Not bad. Fruit and yogurt. Gotta get special K fruit and yogurt.
Oh, fruit and yogurt. Haven't had that. That sounds fancy.
It's good.
Anyway, that was a nice trial run of us playing a game. I don't think we communicated very well during that.
We did. We forgot to kind of talk through it here.
We're going to talk through it. And if you're not watching the video, you're going to be like, what are these guys doing? And you're like, so close. Did you see that?
In the
water.
water.
Check us out on YouTube. Go check it out because it's kind of comical. This game is zany.
And very
Mini
hard.
golf club. And very hard.
Yes.
But that's going to do it for today.
All right. And for our week 5 recap. So we'll be coming back at you next episode, previewing week 6. And until then, keep on folding.
Hold it.